All right, so Anthropic 30 minutes ago just launched the new AI model Opus 4.8. They say introducing Claude Opus 4.8. It builds on Opus 4.7 with sharper judgment, more honesty about its own progress, which is going to be interesting to see, and the ability to work independently for longer than its predecessors. And I'm really excited about that one because that seems to me like the extension of the goal command. They state it's available today at the same price. And when you look at the benchmarks here, we see 4.8 has a 69.2% agentic coding. Agentic terminal coding is 74.6%. Multidisciplinary reasoning is 49.8% with no tools. And then you have 57.9% with tools. Agentic computer use is 83.4%. Knowledge work is 1890. And agentic financial analysis is at 53.9%. So Anthropic says fast mode is available for Opus 4.8. It's the same model at roughly 2.5x the speed, and we made it 3 times cheaper than before, which is very interesting. You can turn it on, with the fast command and Claude Code. On the API, contact your account manager to request access or join the waitlist. Now, they state in Claude Code, Opus 4.8 makes calls like an experienced engineer without needing constant check ins. That's been the biggest thing that a lot of people have been talking about. Constant check ins, constantly having to basically delegate tasks for the AI, for the agent, make it do things that it should have already been doing. So this is huge to see that Opus 4.8 is making calls like an experienced engineer without needing constant check-ins. And it says it stays on track across long-running sessions and follows work through in your repo, so you can hand off a feature or a bug sweep while you focus on what's next. And that to me, like I said, is that extension of the goal feature or the goal command. And it has something to do with this right here. They state also new in Claude Code, which is called dynamic workflows in research preview. For the hardest tasks, Claude makes a plan. So this is the plan command, runs hundreds of parallel sub-agents utilizing agents, and verifies its work before reporting back to you, which is essentially the goal feature, the goal function, the goal command. Think a migration touching hundreds of files. So we've gone from just like a few sub agents here and there to now like hundreds of sub agents, and this is possible with dynamic workflows. So Anthropic just announced this today. We're introducing dynamic workflows in Claude Code, helping Claude take on the most challenging tasks end to end. Work you normally plan in quarters, they're stating, now finishes in days. That's a huge gap that they're closing. Claude dynamically writes orchestration scripts that run tens to hundreds of parallel subagents, right? So we've gone from just a few to now hundreds in a single session, checking its work before anything reaches you. And that's been the issue with AI. It gives you work that you have to go back and say, no, this is broken, or no, go fix this. So now it's doing its own checks, which is huge. Some problems are too big for one pass by a single agent, especially in complex legacy code bases. A bug hunt across an entire service, a migration that touches hundreds of files, a plan that you want stress tested from every single angle before you commit to it. Dynamic workflows handles all of those end to end. So dynamic workflows are available today in research preview in the Claude Code CLI and the desktop app, and the VS Code extension for Max, Team, and Enterprise if you have admin enabled. All of those plans is available, as well as on the Claude API, Amazon Bedrock, Vertex AI, and Microsoft Foundry. Here's a note though, dynamic workflows can consume substantially more tokens than a typical Claude Code session, so they recommend starting on a scope task, a small task, to get a feel for usage in your work so you know how much usage is actually using. They state for the best experience, take note here, turn on auto mode when using dynamic workflows. From there, you have 2 ways to start a workflow. You can ask Claude to create a dynamic workflow directly by stating create a workflow, or you can switch on a new Claude Code specific setting that they're calling Ultra Code, similar to Ultra Plan. And this is accessible through the effort menu, and it sets the effort level to X high while letting Claude decide automatically when to use a workflow to handle your task. So this is huge. You can use it for code base wide bug hunts, profile guided optimization audits, large migrations and modernization efforts, critical work you need checked twice. Huge, right? And this is a new feature that they're rolling out. So this is how it works. When a workflow kicks off, Claude plans dynamically based on your prompt that you give it. It breaks it down into subtasks and obviously gives those subtasks to the sub-agents and fans the work across sub-agents running in parallel. I'm just excited that they are stating you can do hundreds of sub-agents. Results are checked before they're folded in, and you come back to a single coordinated answer. Agents address the problem from independent angles. Other agents try to refute what they found, so they're going back and forth with each other. This is literally an office. This is literally like a workplace, right? Of employees bouncing ideas off of each other, refuting what they found. And the run keeps iterating until the answers converge, till they come to one type of ideation. So this is how a workflow reaches results a single pass cannot. So dynamic workflows are built for parallel and long-running work that can extend into hours and days, doing the most complex engineering work that previously would have taken weeks, if not months. Progress is saved as the run goes. So a job that's interrupted, here's the big kicker here too, picks up where it left off instead of starting over. That's just amazing. Because the coordination happens outside the conversation, the plan stays on track no matter how big the task gets, because it's able to just pick up where it left off. It's important to note once again that dynamic workflows consume meaningfully more usage than a typical Claude Code session. So be wary of that and start small, essentially, is what they're stating. Don't just go all in immediately, because it can use up a lot of your usage. But all in all, this was a very highly anticipated announcement, especially Opus 4.8 coming out. These benchmark numbers are looking pretty good for the time being. We'll see how these hold up. All in all, I think this is huge for the industry. This is huge going forward to see that these models keep dropping as fast as they are and improving as much as they are. And these features that these AI companies are dropping are just getting better and better and better, and they're combining the features into each other. So here you have the plan feature and dynamic workflows. You have sub agents, right? And dynamic workflows, and you have the goal feature essentially and dynamic workflows. And now you have it to where it's happening outside of the conversation as well. And if it gets interrupted, it's able to pick back up where it left off and continue and finish the goal until the job is done. Bring everything back to you after the different sub agents have already conversed with each other and converged on a solution to a problem, or whatever the case may be. Whatever you give it in the prompt, it comes back, it gives you the information, it gives you the data, it gives you the completed task, the completed goal, and then you can go from there. And while that's happening, you can be working on something else inside of Claude Code, just doing things regularly without having to sit there and monitor the entire situation as it's happening. So I think this is pretty huge. Let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for Opus 4.8? Are you guys going to try it out immediately? I know I am. I'll let you know how it is compared to 4.7, probably in the next video or a video in the future. But yeah, there you have it. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try to be more on point with these videos. I've been slacking here lately, and let me know if you want to, let me know what you guys want to see more of. Do you guys like the Hermes stuff? Do you like the OpenClaw stuff? Do you want more model releases? Do you want more product releases, feature releases? Do you just want my ideas on AI or things that are happening inside AI? Let me know what you guys want more of, and I'll be sure to bring you guys more videos on it. And if you just want the news, the up to date, what's happening with all types of AI, just let me know about that and I'll be sure to try to bring that to you as well. All right. So there you have it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully later on today, hopefully OpenAI is dropping some news because they said they were going to start dropping big news on Thursdays. So we'll see what goes on with that. All right. And I'll see you guys in the next video.